was straight, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you up in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come on with a dank. Scrolling in the tank. Rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I wanna give you my love. I wanna give you my love. I wanna give you my love.
Want all I love more.
Welcome back. Or actually, welcome. If you've never been here before, welcome to Woodward.
Welcome you.
I'm Eazy. I spin more racks.
Hi.
Young Chris, JB Smooth. If you're wondering why I'm in a hot dog suit, it's because I lost the pick'em last week. But tomorrow, I'll be rocking the same attire because I lost this week as well.
Yeah.
Never lost. But I had an undefeated season. You can never take that away from me.
That's true.
So take that.
3 L's already this season, though.
3 L's already this season. Hit that like button, by the way. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. Appreciate you guys for stopping in with us. Detroit Lions got a dub yesterday. It is a Detroit Lions Victory Monday.
Hey!
Let's go, baby. Obviously talking Detroit Lions all throughout the show. A couple quick notes I want to get out of the way, though. Actually, let's start with a hot topic. I have the first one. You want to do that?
Everything that I love is hot.
Detroit Lions won, what, 38-41?
Yes.
Barn burner.
Shootout.
We told you, by the way.
Great game.
It was a great game.
A lot of fun to watch.
Did you feel nervous at any point?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
I really didn't.
I didn't either.
They were in control.
Yes.
Like, offensively, at least.
Yes.
I felt like no matter what Los Angeles did, the Lions would be able to answer offensively. Jared Goff was out there. He's playing great. Obviously, the run game was insane. Both running backs went out there, had a ball. Offensive line dominated. Amon-Ra St. Brown, what else can you say about him?
That boy Ben was cooking up.
Top 5.
Filthy.
Top 5.
However, it's a big score game. Mm-hmm. And the defense, now I already seen them already. Be ready to fire AG again. It's cool. I'm here to defend the Glen. If you guys want to watch on that one, I'm still here to defend the Glen. I do want to point something out, though. Chris, you want to put up the breaking news template. Jack Jones, cut from the New England Patriots. That's a DB who played respectable last year.
Yeah, he's good.
That's the one, if I'm not mistaken, had a couple off-field issues.
Yes.
I am not at all opposed to this at all whatsoever.
I wouldn't be either, but it's not going to happen.
Exactly. Given the track record of both teams, by the way, I'll go Detroit Lions just in terms of like acquiring these type of guys. Mm-hmm. Hasn't happened.
It's not going to happen.
Didn't happen. And then another thing too, where I'm a little bit worried about just Jack Jones as a human being, and why I think the Detroit Lions have ill taste in acquiring him. The Patriots are one of those organizations that give you those second chances. Mm-hmm. When Randy Moss, like jump team to grab him.
Aaron Hernandez killing people.
Aaron Hernandez, sure. Yeah. I wasn't gonna go there. Chad Ochocinco they had for a while. They grabbed Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
They'll grab if whatever
you can ball, you can ball.
Yeah, they're gonna pick you up and give you a chance to prove yourself. And if you can't make it work there, then the rest of the league knows, okay, don't touch that guy. Well, if the Patriots are cutting him, well within his rookie deal,
yeah,
something's up.
Something has to be up. He was the one, I'm pretty sure he was the player that got caught with the gun on the plane.
I think so too, yeah.
Accidentally brought a gun or 2 guns on the plane, which is like
stupid.
You don't just accidentally, oh shit, I packed my Glock next to my boxers. Like, that shit doesn't happen. And yeah, like you said, man, if the Patriots gave up on him, there must be some shit going on. Lions aren't going to touch him.
Yeah,
I'll be sick if he goes to the 49ers, so.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be there on waivers. Maybe somebody else is picking him up. But and by the way, too, the gun charges, and you're correct about that. It was Jack Jones with the gun charges dropped.
Yeah.
So it's not that. Something else. Only 10 snaps played in yesterday, too. And this is a kid who, like, he looked good last year. Like,
yeah,
Jack Jones.
Oh, yeah, he was very good. He had a very good season. But like I said, the Lions aren't going to touch him with a 12-foot ball.
I was going to say,
even though we could use the quarterback depth. That's for sure. Because when Jerry went down, I know it was just a Charlie horse. But when he went down, man, a lot of people got nervous. Khalil Dorsey went out there though, instead of your boy Will Harris,
and we cheered. I'm telling you, I mean that's one of the reasons I threw in my fits at the trade deadline. Like, I didn't obviously Chase Young was like the prize to get that I wanted, but I wanted regardless of anything. It didn't have to be a superstar, secondary depth. Because when I saw Will Harris out there, the outside cornerback, it was horrible. It was awful, and obviously. AG and them felt the same way because yesterday, when Jerry Jacobs did go down for that brief moment, it wasn't Will Harris, it was Khalil Dorsey. So I'm glad at least I analyzed that right. I still think it's something they're going to draft. By the way, too, Brad Holmes, it was rumored that he wanted to take Witherspoon.
Yeah, he was going to take Witherspoon if he was there.
And unfortunately, it didn't happen for the Detroit Lions. However, they did grab a couple studs. Detroit Lions, possibly the best Detroit. Not Detroit. I'm sorry. The NFL's best running back duo.
I don't think it's possibly. I think they are the NFL's best running back duo, and I think the Lions have the best offensive line in the NFL.
We'll discuss both those things. Also, Dan Campbell's balls were on display once again yesterday. Jared Goff quite frankly said it in his press conference. No cojones, no funny way around it. He said Dan Campbell was showing his balls, and he did. And I think it's a big reason why they won that game yesterday. Talking that, yes, we will address the AG stuff. If you guys want the first hour, I guess let me know in the chat, or I wanted to wait to the second hour to address that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, top 5 receiver in the league.
Yes.
I was going to have you wait to answer that, but we're talking about that as well. Also, we talked about the Detroit Lions, realistically, outside of the Chiefs missing Travis Kelce and Chris Jones, haven't beat a team above 500. Now, I don't know what the Chargers will finish. I assume if everything's good with Keenan Allen, who had a shoulder injury yesterday, but I assume they have a possibility of finishing above 500.
They have a very good possibility to play. Obviously, they got to play the Chiefs and stuff like that, but they're still a good ball club. I could definitely see them finishing above 500.
Well, I'm going to ask you later, does that change your opinion of the Detroit Lions Super Bowl contenders? Because the Chargers are one of those teams no. Thanks for ruining the entire prep. All in 5
Anything else,
minutes.
Spencer?
You suck.
Well, that'll do it for us.
See you guys tomorrow. Kirby Joseph, and actually, I was jumping to this one right now. Chris, I sent a video of Sharon Moore following the Michigan's win over Penn State. Can you play that real quick, if you don't mind?
Yes.
That's the
yes, sir.
guy making a fool of himself.
To win on the road in this environment when there were doubts. Sharon, what does it mean to you?
I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank Coach Harbaugh. Fucking love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man. This is for you. For this university, the president, our AD. We got the best players, best university, best alumni in the country. Love you guys. These fucking guys right here. These guys right here, man. These guys did it. These guys did it, man. Talk to him, man. Love you.
Thank you, Coach.
He pushed his ass away.
Did she push away?
She pushed him away.
Are you able to do a replay on that one, Chris?
No, that was that's cringe. That's cringe. He's not dead, bro. You're gonna go see him at Applebee's after the game.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah,
we're gonna meet him up for wings in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna be waiting for you in the hotel when you guys get back. That was
That does not make
Here's the
sense.
push again so we can see
She
it.
push him?
Best alumni in the country. Love
Let's
you
see.
guys. These fucking guys right here. These guys right here, man. These guys.
So he
did
swore
it.
twice, by
These
the way.
guys did it, man. Talk
2
to him,
F-bombs.
man. Love you.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, kinda.
she pushed his ass out of the way. Stiff arm.
Get your bitch ass out of here. All right, this is my takeaway from Chris. This is a picture you asked if I wanted solo.
Yeah.
I did. This was the vibes I got from that whole scenario right there.
Oh my god, bro.
JB, am I lying, fam?
Miss
What are you
Candy.
crying for?
Miss Candy.
What are we crying for, fam?
That's crazy, bro.
No, that's what that was.
That's crazy, bro. That's wild.
Bro, that was. We made fun of Ryan Day when he did it. Can we make fun of Sean Moore for the same thing?
I understand, his emotions got the best of him. It was an emotional win.
Was it an emotional win?
The guy's not dead, man. You would think Jim Harbaugh died or something.
Man, by the way, speaking of dying, did the Heisman candidacy die for JJ this weekend?
Yes.
7 attempts, I think, or 7 completions?
7 completions, 8 attempts,
yeah.
60 yards.
60-some yards.
I think it was just 60 yards.
All right, and maybe we'll do this tomorrow as its own separate topic. I don't know if you want to do that because it did heat up the chat exchange a little bit, our group chat we got for Woodward Sports. Is he still a first-round pick? I promise you, I'm sorry, Michigan fans, if this sounds like haterade.
I think he's still a first-round pick. It's like I said, I've said this about JJ since I first saw him when he got put in. Him as a prospect, he's a very good prospect for the NFL. His arm strength, his size, his athleticism, he can do a lot of things. It's just he's not asked to do those at Michigan. So I still think he'll be a first-round pick. I think he is a top prospect. He's got a great game that will translate to the NFL well.
I'm just laughing at Sharon Moore crying again. I just read a couple of the comments. Bro, someone made a good point. Maybe why he was crying is the stress of not having the season die on your watch.
It's like I said, it's an emotional moment. He got emotional. He let his emotions get the best of him. I'm not like throwing him under the bus for it. It's cringe, but like
very cringe. Very cringe. JB,
that was cringy. I'm sorry. Like you're a head coach, bro. You gotta chill out on that. I know the emotion can get the best of you on the sideline, especially being as this is his first time as stepping up being a head coach. But as Spencer said, dude, you're gonna see this guy later when you guys go to the hotel or like at Applebee's later. Like, there's no need to sit here to be crying over
getting those
Jim
dollaritas.
Harbaugh. Yeah, there's no need to be crying over Jim Harbaugh back at the hotel watching this game.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh said he was standing 5 feet from 5 inches away from the TV during the interview.
Ridiculous.
I believe it, bro. You ever see the video of Conor McGregor watching Max Holloway's fight, and he's just like,
like Jim Harbaugh.
pacing?
Jim Harbaugh, fantastic coach, like one of the best coaches out there in both in college and professional. Dude's a total cornball. Total cornball.
Speaking of Jim Harbaugh, can you play the video from his press conference? I believe this was today. He spoke on the suspension and I guess what it means to the team. And this is a brief part of that interview, or press conference, I should say.
The perseverance, and then the stalwartness of these guys. I mean, watching, I would have to say, everybody. It's got to be America's team. It's got to be America's team. America loves a team that beats the odds.
I'm better than you.
Adversity,
I'm stronger.
Naysayers and critics, so-called experts think. That's my favorite kind of team. And, watching it from that view on the television.
He's a great coach. Like I said, he's a fantastic coach.
You cut this one, Chris.
You can't say anything else about other than him being a great coach. Because he is, but he's a cornball.
I mean, that was like a brilliant spin on things, by the way, too. If you are Jim Harbaugh, like this isn't like, I know a lot of people, Michigan fans, they are the most defensive fans I've ever come across in my entire life, and they're taking this as hate. But like, if you look at it objectively, like, this is hilarious, the shit that's going on. Also, hats off again for him to spin that to like we're America's team, to use it to then rally up the troops. That's what you're supposed to do. He's doing the right things. It was Homelander-esque.
Michigan fans were coming after me on Twitter, but I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Michigan fan, a Michigan alum, whatever. A restraining order versus the Big Ten is funny as fuck. Yeah, that's funny.
How do you compete in the Big Ten championship at that point?
I don't know, but it's funny, man. Like, them giving him the suspension when he's on the plane was a weak move, but like giving him a restraining order of Jim Harbaugh versus the Big Ten, you can't say that's not funny.
I don't think it's just a smart business move. That was like they're doing what they had to do to get him. Because bro, that Ohio State game is like there's some magnifying glasses on that one now for sure.
Big M, Dan cried. Did you guys call him out too? Yeah.
Dan cried for different circumstances. I mean, brother, this is like it's a totally different scenario. Like you got I think what could be the number one team in the country. I know the schedule's preventing them from like those type of accolades, but like a team that's in the playoffs right now, being on a team that's like fringe top 10 in Penn State, who hasn't won anything in Everdom since what the hell was his name? Who was touching ball? I mean, I don't want to bring that up, but like you're crying after this. This is wild.
It is wild. It's funny though. They're a great team. They're a great team. It's just they're cornballs, man. You just gotta accept it. Let me tell you guys about Big Boy, because wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmigiana or the new Southern Comfort chicken bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or Santa Fe garden. Also the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. All of that and more at Big Boy.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Fall's the perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Make sure you guys are doing it the best. That's Mark over at Swiss Insurance. You can contact him at mark@swissins.com or give him a call at 248-800-4177. That's Swiss Insurance.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Rip,
what up,
Rip.
and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, that's Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Detroit Lions, fresh off of victory Monday, 7-2.
Yes. It's crazy.
And his schedule's looking like a Michigan schedule.
It is.
Cakewalk.
Dallas is really the only team.
By the way, I kind of like pick on Detroit for not having that, I don't pick on them, but I bring it up. People take it as me picking on them. But not having a team above 500 outside the Chiefs, Dallas doesn't either. All the teams Dallas has beat, all below 500.
Yeah. They got popped by the Niners.
Yeah.
Popped by the Eagles.
They beat the Charlotte Giants. Everyone's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, the Giants.
Look at Dak. Dude, the Giants fucking
suck. Man, Caleb Williams, my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Danny DeVito at quarterback. Just saying.
It's true.
What's his first name?
The trash man.
I don't even know his first name for real. It's not even worth remembering. He's going to be out of the league. All due respect. Apologize. But I want to jump into Detroit Lions talk because that's who did it. Dan Campbell's cojones, if you will.
His big old salty balls. Dan Campbell was showing them off everywhere. It started with that first fourth down conversion, where it's 4th and 5. And what do? They go for it and they run David Montgomery up the middle. They're not doing a pass play. It's 4th down and 5, and they're running up the middle. They get it. Amazing. Obviously, they had
That's
two
against
stands.
the league's 5th best rushing defense, too, by the way. They just fuck you guys. We're running this thing up the middle. Come and stop us. Continue on, though. I apologize.
Yeah, but then they go and they have 2 4th down drives in the red zone on the goal line. 4th and goal. They don't get the first one, which I don't mind them going for it, but I would have liked to see them just run it with David Montgomery again instead of doing a play action. And then they get it the second one and get a touchdown. So for everybody says, oh, kick the field goals, both of them. Just kick both of the field goals. You kick both of those field goals, you get 6 points. You score a touchdown on one of them, you get 7. So they made the right decision. They got an extra point out of it. And then, of course, to seal the game, I love this call. You have to hold on to the ball because it bit the Lions twice last year. When Lamar Jackson got the ball with time left, drove down the field, they kicked the game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
You gave Josh Allen time left on the clock, drives down the field, they kicked the game-winning field goal.
Yep.
What did Dan Campbell do? He knew his defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. He knew his defense could not stop Justin Herbert from doing whatever he wanted. So he put the ball in the hands of his offense to win the game. Get 2 yards, win the game. They went out there, they did it, they got the 2 yards, sold the clock, kicked the field goal, game over. I loved it. That's what you had to do. You could not afford to let Justin Herbert and that offense come back out on the field because you weren't able to stop them for like 8 straight drives and nothing would have changed. They would have went down there. It would have been another heartbreaking loss. But he put the ball in the hands of his offense, which was smacking them all day, running the ball wherever they want, doing whatever they want. They got the 2 yards. They win the game. I love it.
As a former player, it truly, he has a feel for the game. And I guess in certain ways I could say he hasn't always had that because it was almost like it was oddly reminiscent, not the same score obviously, but back to that Vikings games last year where he did kick the field goal and I believe they missed that one too.
Yeah.
And then they ended up losing that game and Dan Campbell, I think that's the game he broke down and cried. No Sharon Moore following that one. But it's either he learned from that or it's just a genuine feel of the game because 4 out of 5 yesterday. 4 out of 5. He went for the fourth down 5 times, they got him 4 times out of none. And by the way, kudos to having that offensive line finally together and healthy. I know Big V wasn't there, but Graham Glasgow is obviously perceived as an upgrade, in my opinion, over Big V in that situation. But just the overall feel for the game, just to know to go for that. Because I tell you what, if that's like the Jets Raiders last night, you kicked that field goal because the points were hard to come across. But yesterday, where it's just like they're scoring, you're scoring, no one's stopping anybody. Go for it. close it out, seal the deal. And exactly what you said, him going for it on that many fourth downs was the reason they won the game. And the same way I said the feel for it, we predicted it last week, saying this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, I felt like deep down, knew that as well. And that's why it's like, look, we got to get 6 here instead of the 3. We can't just walk away with the field goal because I just don't know how this game's going to go. As we said last week too, anytime this team has actually played like respectable quarterbacks, it hasn't been the prettiest outing. It's been, similar to yesterday. The first game they had against Seattle, that came down to OT. And on the opposite side of it, they took the L. This time around, Dan Campbell said, fuck that. Fuck this field goal. We're going for the dub. We're getting it all. And they did so. They did just that. So I think it's a big step for the team that they need to experience that. They need to experience that shootout victory. I think Dan Campbell said in the press conference, I don't know if he's either after the game or he's at the podium today, but it's like, we've been in those games. We've never come out the other side of it victorious. And you think back to, the Bills, as you said, the Seattle Seahawks game this year, the Ravens. I'm talking about just straight like shootouts where it's like back and forth.
Yeah.
Like Goff's never outdueled these guys as a Detroit Lion till yesterday. And kudos to them, the entire team. I think having that offense out there finally fully healthy, you saw what they're capable of. I think that's the best offensive game they had all season.
Yeah.
You're talking about leaving me on the bone. There's probably one, where they had to kick the field goal, and then one time I think they just turned the ball over at the red zone, and the end zone, I should say. Those only 2 times you left a little bit of meat on the bone. But outside of that, they were murdering.
Yeah, and the NFL did a complete disservice to its fans and football fans everywhere by not flexing that game to Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Because that Sunday Night Football game was a shit show. It was a travesty. It was 2 bad teams going out there playing bad football. And you just had one of the most exciting games of the season just sitting there in the 4 o'clock spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris?
For me, this is the thing I was saying all week on all the shows was the coaching was going to be the difference. The talent on the rosters is pretty equatable in favor of the Lions when fully healthy, like it did. But it's not a wide talent gap between these 2 teams. The wide gap was in coaching. So I said specifically, Dan Campbell, you have to make the right calls. When to go for it on 4th down, when not to go for it. All of those decisions, and like you said, he did that perfectly. This was a not only just a great win, but it was a lot of a full circle moment for people that I know that was a narrative all year last year, questioning Dan Campbell. Why is he going for it? Why is he going for it? And to have a game where he did it and he made damn near every right call, every right coaching decision. That gives me a lot of confidence in this team going forward. That even if they are going against a team that's more talented, that they can handle it because they have a guy like Dan Campbell who's going to make the right calls. I now have complete faith in him for that.
Yeah, and not just Dan Campbell too. Like I also want Ben Johnson, bro. Like the shit that he was drawing up, the play, like he had an answer to everything. And at the perfect time too. Every single time.
It was a battle of the 2 best offensive coordinators in the NFL, and Ben Johnson won that battle.
Well, I mean,
Burns
Kyle
says
Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, but yeah,
they're not offensive coordinators. They're both head coaches.
Well, Kyle Shanahan never called plays. They're also
but he's the head coach.
The
he's not an offensive coordinator.
Well, they're also offensive coordinators.
Yeah, but they have offensive coordinators on their team, correct? So he's a head coach. So it was a battle of the 2 best offensive coordinators. I
disagree. Keep going.
In the NFL, you named 2 head coaches.
Burns
says also, don't you dare show love to Goff beyond this, Easy. The man needs you to motivate him. He plays his best when you are hard on him.
All right.
So just keep being you.
I'm just telling you guys what we're seeing. I don't know. Was that from Burn?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I just call it how I see it. And by the way, he had a big play. That 4th down to seal the deal.
Yeah.
That was a throw.
Yeah.
that wasn't a run that we were bragging about them going on that 4th and 5, shoving it down their throats. That was a throw. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Pause. My butthole puckers up a little bit every time they have to throw on a 4th down. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but he made the throw. And shout out to having the faith and the rookie Sam Laporta and making the catch too. Shout to him.
Yeah.
By the way, covering on the bets too. 4 receptions, 40 yards. Yeah. That's what we need on the dot. Thank you, Sam Laporta. But yeah, Dan Campbell's balls were on display. Ben Johnson's brains were on display. His defensive pass rush. We'll get to that one too. But all around, I was happy with the takeaway, and at no point in that game was I nervous, just because, like you said, it felt like we did have control.
It felt like they had
control. When you're going 4 for 5 on 4th downs, it's. I bet that at that point, I'm sorry, 3 for 4. That's establishing dominance in some shape or form. It's like we don't give a fuck. We're still going for it here, and it's worked continuously, time after time.
Yeah. Are you nervous you're going to have to owe Detroit supremacy money?
Not at all. What do you mean? Why would I? Why? Is this guy? I mean, are we? rookie C.J. Stroud's putting up better numbers right now.
That's true.
Detroit Supremacy is basing this MVP candidacy off his yards. Sam Howell leads the freaking league in yards. Why do you bring this guy's comments up? He's a troll who's also owing me money. I hope he pays up.
Are you going to pay up?
I'm not going to lose.
That's fair.
What the fuck you mean?
Wasn't it he's got to be top 5 in MVP voting?
Yeah. Which, by the way, winning the Super Bowl 2018 wasn't even an MVP race.
No, he wasn't. He got 1 vote.
No, I don't think he got that. We pulled up the actual numbers.
We looked it up. I remember he got 1 vote.
No, Booner pulled up some shit, but it was like it was some site.
Yeah, no, I remember we looked it up, and he got 1 vote.
Oh, I remember I looked up. He got none. It was Todd Gurley who got him. Chris, you about to say something?
Keep hating. No, just keep hating. Keep
going.
Keep
hating. It makes him play better. I mean, I'd say, buy the numbers.
Buy the numbers.
That's what we're saying. Hey, and again, the golf stepped up. He stepped up when he needed him.
Yeah, he had a great game.
That the play call where it was a touchdown to Brock Wright, bro. That was sexy as hell.
Yeah.
And like the running. By the way, too, I want to establish this one more time. That was the tied for 5th best rushing defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And we just ran all over.
Dominated them.
I think it was 177 yards just in the first half alone.
Offensive line completely dominated. And we're going to talk about that. That's why our thumbnail was Penei Sewell as God lifting up, or letting his little cherubs, Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, bring him things. Because Penei Sewell is the best right tackle in the NFL. He's the top 2 tackle in the NFL. And let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Feldman Chevrolet is Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer with 18 locations of Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the nearest location to you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has driven the best car buying experience. It's convenient and first class. It's called the Feldman Advantage, and catch Woodward Sports Network there live every other Monday from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. What up? And welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. That's Fimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream. We appreciate you guys going in on the Detroit Lions 7-2 Victory Monday, as the old folks would say that. At what age do you stop saying day?
Monday.
Yeah.
Terry says it all the time.
Monday.
Terry says Monday. Tuesday. Yeah.
I feel like there's maybe it's 50. It's like menopause for men.
Yeah.
At a certain age.
Start saying
yeah.
Monday.
Ted Bundy. Actually, what if it was like Ted Bundy, but just like the judge was 50 something, and he was just saying Bundy?
That could be.
It's a possibility out there. Again, smash that like button for Ted Bundy. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. The Detroit Lions have the best offensive line in the NFL. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
What were we just lost in?
I don't know. There's a weird situation going on. Absolute fact. Absolute fact. Frank Ragnow, 33 pass blocking snaps against the Chargers. No pressures allowed, no sacks allowed. Penei Sewell, no pressures allowed, no sacks allowed. This is a Chargers team who has Joey Bosa, who's, you might have heard of him. He's pretty good. Khalil Mack, you might have heard of him. He's pretty good. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Moved around. Like you said, the fifth best run defense in the NFL. Absolutely demolished. The Detroit Lions have the best offensive line in the NFL. Yes, it's better than the Eagles. The Eagles, their whole offensive line has AARP cards. Jason Kelsey, I love you. Lane Johnson, you're fantastic. But get over it, old man. It's a new era, and that new era belongs to the Detroit Lions. They have the best offensive line in the NFL. They're going out there, they're moving people around, they're scaring people, open running lanes, not letting their quarterback get touched by anyone, even a team that is averaging 4 sacks a game in the LA Chargers, a team that has the fifth best run defense in the NFL, in the LA Chargers. What do? Lions go out there and cram it up their ass with that offensive line, man. It was impressive to watch. They're healthy. Jonah Jackson being back out there was pinnacle. I know a lot of people don't give props to guards because, you got a tackle next to you, you got the center next to you. Jonah Jackson being back out there was absolutely essential. He is the best athlete the Lions have on that offensive line. Yeah, Penei might be the best, but he is the best athlete they have on that offensive line. The way he trap blocks, the way he pulls for those guys. We watched one where it was that little fake delayed handoff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And Jonah Jackson is coming screaming on the outside, leading the way for him. I was like, imagine how much you got to piss your pants if you're a cornerback on the outside and you just see big fucking Jonah Jackson running down the line of scrimmage like that.
Jiggling on the way there.
Yeah, bro. It's like, that guy is an athlete. He can make things happen. He is great as a pulling guard. He is great in these trap zone block schemes that Ben Johnson loves to do. And I personally, as a former offensive lineman, love to see that shit. Because pull blocking, trap blocking, wham blocking on the offensive line is so beautiful. Because you catch guys unawares. You open up these holes for the running backs that they can just mow through. And we saw David Montgomery. We saw Jahmyr Gibbs taking advantage of that. Thank God Jonah's back. Thank God he's healthy. Best offensive line in the NFL. Sorry, Eagles, but you're number 2.
Yeah, it's when they're fully healthy, the best run blocking unit in the NFL. In terms of look at the running backs. They're now in the conversation of being the best running back duo. You look at going back to last year. I don't have to tell you guys anything new. Jamal Williams broke Barry Sanders' rushing touchdown record.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Williams. Can anybody find me Jamal Williams' stat line this year?
No.
Does he have a touchdown in the season?
I doubt it.
This is that offensive line.
Anime loving motherfucker.
And again, like you said, the Chargers going into yesterday's game was second in the league in sacks. They were tied second in the league in sacks.
Yep.
Jared Goff got touched twice. There was only 2 QB hits throughout the entire game, not a single sack. That's Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
And Khalil Mack.
Yeah, pretty good. Two pretty good pass
guys,
rushers,
right?
Yeah.
Nothing, nada. Derwin James plays on there too, by the way.
Yeah, pretty good.
He's pretty good too.
Yeah, he is.
This offensive line was phenomenal yesterday, and just, as you said, shout out to our thumbnail, Penei Sewell. Got a couple stats for him. Actually, I'll go to the offensive line just in general.
Let's hear it.
This is the offensive stats, by the way, in total. But I'm crediting the offensive line with the majority of these things, right? They're first in 20-yard gains. First in 20-yard touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Second in net yards total.
It's pretty good.
Third in yards per play.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth in net passing.
Yeah.
And fourth in rushing.
Damn.
And yesterday was again, the coup. I don't know. Coup de quoi? Is that a word? I don't know.
Coup de trois.
Coup de trois? Yeah, I like that better. What was it, JB?
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace? Because you finally saw that offensive line healthy. All of them together.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to establish them as the people movers a couple years back, but they just never were there together.
Yeah.
Now that they're together, if they're going to stay there together, I'm going to continue to call them that. Or coup de trois. I like that one too.
Coup de trois.
But this offensive line was brilliant.
Yeah, but I don't like French.
No?
French. Fuck
Why
French.
don't like the French?
French are cowards. This guy, I'm telling you, this guy, Penei Sewell, he is my favorite player on this team. He is arguably my favorite player in the NFL. The dude is just an absolute monster. Every time you watch Penei Sewell, like I said, I'm a nerd. I'm a former offensive lineman, so I love watching the offensive linemen in these games and seeing what they do. Watch Penei Sewell for a 5-play stretch. If they're run plays, he's 10 yards down the field driving a guy or 2 back. If they're pass plays, he's right in front of a dude, putting him in a phone booth. This guy, Penei Sewell, should get MVP votes. The guy is a freak of nature. He's so good, so aggressive, so young, still has the dad strength. He is going to be the highest paid lineman in NFL history, and he deserves it.
Here is straight from Detroit Lions PR today, 2 hours ago. Penei Sewell, for all tackles over 250 snaps played, he is first in pressures allowed, and just 5.
Mm-hmm.
He is tied first in sacks allowed, 0.
Settle.
He is tied first for quarterback hurries, 4, and tied 4th in QB hits allowed, which is just 1. Penei he's coming to his own. By the way, I was thinking about on the way here too.
I'm saying he's the best offensive lineman in the NFL.
I was thinking about on the way here too. I was okay. I guess the one knock on him you'd have is like a couple of those penalties, the holding calls. And he's hard on himself for those too. But the way I'm thinking about it is, and it's for you golf guys too. If golf gets hurt, this team is like you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So at the NFL level, I would rather take a holding call than allow my quarterback to be hit, knowing that he's a big catalyst in what this offense is. And by the way, I just read the offensive numbers. It's top 5 in damn near everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you'd like to be top 5 in at least. And Penei Sewell and this offensive line is the big driving force behind it. We are the heavyweights, so we give the heavyweights credit, as well as Hank Fraley too, the offensive line coach.
Shout out Hank Fraley. Hank Fraley deserves his flowers. When Penei Sewell gets his deal, which he will, which will make him the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL, he should buy Hank Fraley a Rollie or a truck or something.
For
I don't
sure.
know what Hank Fraley likes, but he seems like a truck guy. So buy him a fully loaded F-150 because he deserves it.
Smash the like button. Detroit Lions got the best offensive line in the league.
Yes.
I mean, the only one of the rivals, honestly, is probably
Philly is the only one that's close. The only one that's close. And the Lions are only going to get better. These guys are all young. Well,
I mean,
not Frank and Decker, but
Yeah.
Penei Sewell's young. Jonah Jackson's young.
yeah.
They're going to add more pieces. Like, Penei Sewell's only going to get better.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And he's already the best offensive lineman in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to argue against the numbers that provide. There's not many numbers provided for offensive linemen, but granted, the ones that are there, he is number 1 in all of them. And it's at the tackle position. Because don't forget, he's taking snaps at the left tackle spot too when Decker is missing.
And he's still good. His first fucking start in the NFL. What happened? He was playing right tackle for all of preseason. Taylor Decker goes down before game 1. They say, all right, kid, we're moving you over to left tackle.
Yeah.
Who does he go up against? Nick fucking Bosa. And what does he do? Put him in a goddamn phone booth. And he did the same to Micah Parsons. He's
Stop
done the
picking
same
on damn Taylor.
to everybody that's lined up against him because he is the best offensive lineman in the NFL. First team All-Pro. He's already going to be a Hall of Famer. Neil's been saying it for years. Just get the jacket ready. Save the cost of inflation. Because the guy is going to go down as the greatest offensive lineman in Detroit Lions history, period. He is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL.
Oh, he's definitely going to reset the market.
The guy's a freak, man. I love it. And he's grimy. And he's mean. And he talks shit. I love it, bro. He's everything that Detroit. He embodies Detroit. And he's a dog.
He's not backing down from nobody. And he looks forward to those matchups too. And part of that too, by the way, he did a little interview with the team reporter. I can't think of his name. Jesus Christ, I hate that. Tim Twentyman. And he credited a lot of it for Taylor Decker.
Chapman?
Because although he's playing the right tackle for us, he is by trade a left tackle.
Yeah.
And so he admitted on the podcast, he's like, I compete against Taylor since I came in just because that was the spot I wanted. Obviously, playing on the same side of the ball and then on the same team. He's not going to hurt each other or anything like that. But just to
he's trying to be better than him.
Exactly.
He's trying to show out. Because left tackle is the most coveted position on the offensive line.
Yes.
Your best, your biggest, your strongest is that blind side. And so every offensive lineman wants to play left tackle. It's the most fun position to play too. I love playing left tackle.
And I saw some I don't know what I just call it disrespect, actually. I think she was from Cats, by the way, so which we'll take it with a grain of salt. But he's like, Penei's the best right tackle. Nah, brother. The only reason why they put him at right tackle because he has the capabilities of playing both sides of the ball. Where Decker was just so set in stone at playing left tackle, had already been in the league for multiple years at that point, was on a second deal. He was going to hold down the left tackle spot because Penei, as young as he was, by the way, I think he's still only 23 years old.
Yeah.
Only 23 years old!
Yeah.
In his third season, about that time he came in the league, he was 21, 20. He's able to still learn the right tackle spot. And he was so great, such a great, his talent in general, that, you're able to do that. He is the best tackle.
At 23 years old, he is the best offensive lineman in the NFL. The guy is irreplaceable, like Beyonce. You gotta ink him. He needs to be a Lion for 15 more years.
And I'm knocking on wood. And I don't even want to say this.
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. Don't say it.
But he's just every game. He's there every game. For offensive line that we say is, still be able to produce, despite who you got to mix and match in there, the one piece that's always been there
Penei, the big bear. He literally looks like a bear, and he mauls people, so he is a bear. But he'll never be a bear. Fuck you, Chicago. Fuck the Bears.
Yeah, fuck the Bears. I'm fair with that one. I'm down with that one. Let's go to break here. We come back. Maybe we want to address the defense. I saw some people talking about AG, or we talk about the Detroit Lions run game. I'm down for either or, but first let me tell you guys about Fairway Pad Company, because for over 60 years, Fairway Pad Company's provided Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the finest beef, dry-aged beef, Wagyu beef, all that beef and more. They got it. Make sure you stop by the store in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks. That's fairwaypacking.com.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Now, how would you like to win a $100,000 Vegas getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. You can purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can do that at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. It is Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas. Check it out. Rip.
What up? And welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on sports.com. I'm Easy. That's been Mo Rex. Yo, Chris, JB Smooth. Smash that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Appreciate you guys. Let's get 24 more likes in the chat. Just 24. I think we'll be at 100 by then. Well, how many are we right now?
75.
75? 25 more likes. 24. I was right. Kobe. Anyway, I gotta do it. I hate doing the hot dog suit, but I lost a pick on last week, so it is what it is.
And this week.
I gotta defend the gun. I gotta do it. Matter of fact, let's start with this. We have the head coach himself kind of speaking on that situation yesterday. Chris, can you play the Dan Campbell bit?
Yep, I can.
Regarding the pass rush, is there anything schematically that maybe needs to be looked at to kind of generate a little bit more of a pass rush?
Yeah, look, I go back to some of this is we got to really hone in on our technique, with where we're at. We've got a lot of things that are schemed up that we can be better at. The execution of it, we had a number of different pressures and games that we had lined up in the second down, third down, that we just weren't getting there fast enough. And it was, we talk about it all the time, the rush into coverage, and it was, we're covering pretty good, and then, man, we're just not quite getting there. And so, 13, we got him doubled. Well, he's able to run through the double because we're not getting there fast enough. And then on the flip side, we're getting there, but we're not tight enough in coverage. So we just got to get them to mirror up, and we got to keep working our technique, man. We got to win our one-on-ones when they show up front, and really, even in the back end too. When those times present themselves, we have to win a one-on-one. And certainly more than we did yesterday, and it's something we've been pretty good at. We played, we bounced back, played pretty good against the Raiders, played damn good. So we'll bounce.
That's Dan Campbell on more specifically the pass rush, but kind of just branched out into the defense as a whole. And I'll be the first one to go out there and tell you, no, that was not the Detroit Lions' best defensive outing on the season at all whatsoever. But the things that I'm seeing that I just can't, that don't sit well with me, or just I don't know, just make me scratch my head a bit, is like the fire AG stuff continues. Guys, this is the National Football League. This is not a game of Madden where you're playing on rookie or pro and you're just dominating these teams and you're shutting them out. They're only allowed like one touchdown per game. This is the National Football League. On top of that, like what say what you want about Justin Herbert, but a lot of you guys are out there calling Jared Goff top 5. Justin Herbert is in that same conversation. Matter of fact, I think statistically it is above Jared Goff in a lot of those stats either way. This is the National Football League. You're not going to go out there and shut every single team out. This is not the way it goes. And by the way, was I not I'm sorry, I'll throw you in there too. We're not campaigning for an extra edge defender or just a defensive lineman in general to add to this team.
I believe we were.
It's just I don't know what you guys expect. You're not rational in the thinking of it. But and another thing too, it being the National Football League, these type of games, they're going to happen. And once more again, especially when it's against Justin Herbert. You go put up the other graphic actually, Chris, if you got it in the total defense one. These are the top 10 defenses in the league. All right, number 1, the Browns. The Browns not have like a 30-point burger dropped on them by a backup quarterback in Gardner Minshew?
They did.
Wow, that's crazy. The Ravens. The Ravens not get scored on a shit ton just recently as yesterday?
Yeah, they did.
Against the Browns?
Yeah, with no quarterback.
I mean, P.J. Walker, Deshaun Watson, by the way, not Justin Herbert.
Trash.
Not Justin Herbert, by the way. The Dallas Cowboys following them. Did they not get destroyed by the San Francisco 49ers?
They did.
Like just embarrassed?
They did.
And the list goes on and on. And then, I didn't do the homework to look at the Chiefs, but I guarantee you there's something up there probably too. And if not yet, it's coming. This is the National Football League. I don't know what you guys expect, especially in a game like that. That's one of the reasons I believe Dan Campbell was going for it as early as in the first quarter on every single fourth down, because he expected that type of game. Last week heading into this game, we told you on the Woodward Heavyweights, live for 5-7, make sure you guys tune in. It was going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert is that caliber of quarterback. And by the way, too, when I look at the blue chip defenses across the league, the ones that you could point out, the games that they got, but you could also point out blue chip players in that one. This Detroit Lions defense is arguably one, and he's in a rough patch in itself. And as Dan Campbell said, too, at some point, these guys, beyond the schematics, because they threw a bunch of things out there yesterday to try to stop Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert. I saw it all. Doubles, two-man coverage, blitz, zones, man. It was all getting beat. Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen, by the way, pretty fucking good. Those two guys, like you said, by the numbers, are having a good season. Yeah. Both of them individually. And Keenan Allen just eclipsed 10,000 yards in his career. You want to know why? He's good.
He's very good.
He's a good football player.
Yes, he is.
I don't get what you guys expect. Getting back to the blue chip thing, at some point, these guys have to start winning their one-on-one battles.
Yeah.
And I've been defending Aiden Hutchinson. But again, at the deadline, one of the reasons I wanted a Chase Young before the season began, one of the reasons I wanted a Jalen Carter or something in the middle there to help him see more one-on-one matchups, or at least apply pressure through the middle or somewhere else to get these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
At some point, if you're watching ball and you know what you're looking at, some point the player's got to beat somebody. And I don't think we're seeing a lot of that, at least on a consistent basis. As Dan Campbell said, the rush and the coverage, you hear it all the time. They have to marry and work well together. And we just haven't really seen it consistently. And again, against good teams like that, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles last year were probably the number one defense, if not the second best defense, and the Super Bowl against, again, Patrick Mahomes. I'll give you credit for that one. But the wide receivers he was throwing to, you would have recognized him if they cash you out at a 7-11. And that defense, the Philadelphia Eagles defense, got tore up by them in that Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. This is how the modern day football is. The fire AG stuff is just so premature. And Brad Holmes, I'm banking on him to bring somebody home. Whether it's through the draft, whether it's through free agency next year, something to complete this, or at least so we can see a final product of it, because I don't think it's there yet. I do think he's doing a lot, though, as we said last year, with spoiled vegetables. And I'm not shitting on everybody there, because obviously they've all taken a jump this year. At least we perceive it as that against a couple bad teams. But I think he's doing well with what he's got. I mean, Spinny?
Yeah, no, he's working with what he has. You can only do so much. You can only scheme so much. You need these guys to go out there and do it. The players need to play, and the coaches have to coach. And so, like you said, you need guys to win one-on-ones. You need a Charles Harris, a Romeo Okwara, somebody to be able to get some pressure, to be able to get to the quarterback and put him on the ground. And that's why, can we all take a second and pray to the football gods, the same hands that delicately crafted Penei Sewell as a football figure, those football gods, can you please breathe some life into James Houston's ankle? Because we need James Houston back better than, I don't even know. Eazy needs to get out of that wiener suit. This team needs James Houston. They need him.
Stop banging on the damn table.
If they want to go out there and be a good team and beat a really good team, you need a pass rush. You need to sack the quarterback at least once. And yeah, Hutch getting there, the pressures. I love the pressures. I don't give a fuck about pressures. I want sacks. And you need somebody on this defensive line to help him out. James Houston is that guy. He needs to get here. That's why we talked about it so much. That's why we said it so much. Please get a Chase Young. Get somebody. Montez Sweat, whoever it is, bring somebody in to add to that pass rush. To help out Aiden Hutchinson. God damn it, James Houston. Please be ready to go here in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And that would help. It would help tremendously, especially in the pass rush situations. But again, games like that they're gonna happen, guys. Like I think AG said himself a couple weeks ago, like this is the NFL. All that shit, like you're expecting, like I saw somebody mention consistency. I guess somewhat fair, but again, in the NFL, this shit is gonna happen. Especially against Lamar Jacksons, especially against a Justin Herbert. Like, long gone are the days we're having Matt Flynn put up those type of numbers against us. Mm-hmm. At least when we're speaking to teams that are fucking demolishing us, you're mentioning a quarterback that's mentioned in the top 10. I mean, Geno Smith would be the guy on the edge of it. We're talking about quarterbacks like slicing and dicing us. But even he is borderline top 10. At least other publications got him right around your guy Jared Goff, and I guarantee you, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert are ranked ahead of them too. Mm-hmm. So again, long gone are the days you've seen garbage guys do it against us. At least the guys are like damaging his defense like this are the blue chip talents. And again, blue chip talents. Where are they on the Detroit Lions?
Need some. Need another one.
Is Aiden Hutch? I mean, because Aiden Hutch is almost borderline too at some point because you're watching him. Like Dan Campbell said, at some point you got to win these one-on-one battles. Aiden's not seeing one-on-one barely, rarely ever.
Does Max Crosby?
No.
Max Crosby gets double teamed every play too. And he's got 9.5, probably 10 sacks now after last night.
I mean, the one other guy I would say is like borderline blue chip that I put in the conversation, and this is me giving you guys ammunition to make a case against AG, but Kirby Joseph, I think he's coming to form too. When we're speaking about him later on the show, but like those are the two guys. But outside of that, you want to talk about the 49ers? You want to talk about the Browns, who have Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, the frickin'
Zadarius Smith.
Zadarius Smith, the Ravens. Talking about Jadeveon Clowney, say what you want. He's been pass rushing as well. Yeah, Roquan Smith.
Marlon Humphrey.
Kyle Hamilton's coming into form too.
Marcus Williams.
Like Humphreys.
Their secondary is crazy.
It's the blue chip talent though. We're not working with that. And especially you're hampering a little bit of injuries on top of that too. Like I don't understand. I don't know. It just blows. I just feel like people they're either really eager to say something, or in all due respect, just don't know ball. I mean, this shit's gonna happen. I mean,
we need another pass rusher. Absolutely need one. James Houston, I'll give you my ankle. You can cut it right off my body. Like, we need you out there, brother.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I hope. Obviously, we didn't make a move at the deadline, but blue chip guys are found everywhere across the draft. By the way, too. I can't cry about this too much, but I know we're gonna have a back half first round pick. And I don't know who's going to... I can't really think of any names off the top of my head that are going to be there and ready to available for the Detroit Lions to acquire and put in the middle between Aiden Hutchinson and hopefully James Houston next year. Or even on the outside, following a fellow edge rusher. But Chase Young with a sack yesterday, too. Just saying. But yeah, I think people need to relax a little bit on the Fire AG stuff. Chris, JB, where are you guys at with this thing?
I'm totally with you on it. Again, I think context matters, and the roster, is what it is. It's not a bad roster, but like you said, it's lacking that top end talent. And the one thing I'll say as the devil's advocate, because I agree with you on the trade deadline and going and making a move for these prospects, is that they do have that extra draft capital, and Brad Holmes has shown his willingness and ability to move up in any round regardless. So while you're sitting here saying easy right now, you don't see that path to getting that blue chip prospect. Maybe that's Brad Holmes already having that plan down the pipeline for this draft. So that would be the only counter. But yes, his team needs more talent around it, and I think Aaron Glenn has shown you throughout his tenure that he can put together good game plans. There's a few exceptions here and there, but for the most part, this guy has proven that he's able to do it, and that's just the NFL. I mean, the only time he's really gotten carved up is against very good either quarterbacks or very good rosters and coaches. Because Pete Carroll, like, you got to throw in that when you mention Geno, you got to throw in Pete Carroll, who's a dominant coach. So, that's really the only time that Aaron Glenn is losing, and that shows that speaks volumes.
This guy isn't getting head coaching interviews for the fuck of it. You're not listening to Tony Romo say the same things. Well, I mean, I don't think they're like...
They literally have to interview a certain amount of black people every year, which is fucking stupid.
I think it's just one, isn't it? Or no?
I don't know. I think you have to bring in a certain amount of minority candidates.
I think it has to be like one or two.
I know it has to be one for sure.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, by the way, even if you have to interview one minority candidate, you're not just picking any minority candidate. You're picking ones that can qualify for the job. I got again, and I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings by telling you don't know ball, but you don't. At least to a degree. If you're watching yesterday's game and you're blaming that solely on AG, to a certain degree, no, you don't know ball. Because you saw every single schematic formula thrown out. Justin Herbert.
I think it's reasonable to critique him after that game. I don't want him fired, obviously, or anything like. I think that's too far. But
you could say it's a bad game, but the people who are trying to make it a fire him or that he's garbage or anything like that, that's the shit. It's like, come on, brother, like. Especially if again,
that's too far.
You don't know ball to a degree because there multiple shit was thrown at Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. Dan Campbell spoke in the damn press conference. He told you himself at some point the players got to win these one-on-one matchups. Aiden Hutchinson included, and I've been defending him. But we do got to go to break. Spinny, tell us about whatever you got to tell us about.
Hamlin Pub. If you ever want a bar where you're a regular, we have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. They've got half-off pizza on Tuesdays. They've got food and drink specials for every NFL game and all Michigan sports games. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. It's Hamlin Pub, where everyone is a regular.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is the website you guys need to visit, because I'll be there next week for damn sure. Chicago Bears coming to town. Come party with the heavies and the rest of Woodward Sports, with free drinks, with free food, all provided by BullseyeEventGroup.com in Long Drink. It's official Lions VIP tailgate party. Go to BullseyeEventGroup.com to purchase your tickets today. By the way, they'll show your drunk ass to the game afterwards too. Or DM Lions VIP to Woodward Sports IG. Hey. I got to address something in the Woodward Sports chat. Shout out to my guy Bob, big boy. I remember he said, what do you say? Johnson and Goff have a marriage or telepathy or
football soulmates.
Football soulmates. That's what it was. He comments. He says, we just need Eazy to give AG and Hutch some of the same energy he gives to Goff, and I promise you, I do. Maybe I pick on you guys a little bit more when it comes to Goff stuff because you guys push me to that edge. But all right, let's break it down this way. I asked you guys, blue chip talent is what I want for the Detroit Lions on defense, right? I've asked for that. Okay, blue chip talent on offense. We just talked about Penei Sewell being the best tackle in the game, quite literally. Following this conversation I'm having about the blue chip stuff, we're going to talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown possibly being the top 5 receiver in the game. We're also going to talk about Detroit Lions run game being the best in the league. Yeah. Running back duos.
Best running back duo in the NFL.
Ben Johnson, arguably one of the best offensive play call. I mean,
the best
not
offensive
even
coordinator in the NFL.
By title. Picking on you. But
I mean,
right?
You got to be an offensive coordinator to be the best offensive coordinator.
So there's Goff surrounded by blue chip pieces, right?
Frank Ragnow, top 2 center in the NFL. Sam Laporta performing as a top 5 tight end in the NFL.
Phenomenal. As a rookie. You talking about guys getting better?
Jonah Jackson, top 3 left guard in the NFL.
All right. Goff surrounded by a lot of blue chip.
Graham Glasgow, Top guard in the NFL?
Yeah, literally. By the numbers.
By the numbers. He could
he
beat
is.
all pro.
Yeah. So Goff, surrounded by blue chip talent, right?
Pros on their offense.
Let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. AG, let's point out his blue chip talent, because Hutch it's becoming arguable now.
I still think he is.
He has all the capabilities of being it,
if
right?
he goes 2 months without a sack, bro, that would be bad.
He has another game without a sack. Okay. So I'll include Hutch. Blue chip talent AG's working with outside of Hutch. Right? It's the same energy, but I'm being realistic about it. You're not. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to get you, Bob. I just got to address it. I promise you the same energy. It's just two different situations going on right now. We got to be realistic about this stuff.
Bob's big boy says switch Goff and Herbert, and what happens yesterday? The Lions win.
The Chargers get destroyed.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Herbert has better numbers than Goff right now with half of what Goff's working with.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Brandon Staley's arguably the worst coach in the league right now. Jesus. Go ahead, Chris.
I do want to kind of extend this conversation to a different question in that I agree. There is one blue chip prospect on this defense. But right now, you talked about maybe Kirby. Is there anybody else that you look at on this roster that's young that you're thinking could potentially be blue chip level? Brian Branch, Kirby, Jack Campbell, like some of these young guys.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the chances? And obviously that's down the line. So we're judging Aaron Glenn right now in his performance, but down the line, do you see this team having more than one blue chip on its roster currently?
I mean, if I'm going to sit here and tell you guys I have faith in Brad Holmes, like I gotta tell you yes. I don't know if that piece is currently on the roster, if that's what you're asking. I think Brian Branch was a great name to bring up. At some point, we were kind of faithful or hopeful that he would be that. Maybe he still is. This is his rookie year at one of the toughest positions in the league. I think DB, it's insane. Just put yourself in the shoes of defensive back.
It's the hardest position in football.
Yeah, it's insane. Even just the converting from coverage to making a tackle after a catch.
Yeah,
it's still hard because you're still adjusting from trying to swat the ball away or whatever it is. But maybe Brian Branch. I mean, that's a great question, Chris. I mean, Spinny. Anybody in our farm system you could see developing into that blue chip
I think
piece?
Jack Campbell. I have faith in Jack Campbell that he is going to be.
Because you gave him a nickname, though.
I think he's going to be an elite linebacker in this league. He showed some flashes in the last. He had a good game. He had a good game against the Chargers. He made some plays, and I'd like to see that. I think he can be an elite player. Outside of that,
even Sutton, he's good. I don't see him. But he's not blue chip.
No, he's not a blue chip. Blue chip corners are
hard to come by.
Marshawn Lattimore, Jalen Ramsey, Sauce.
Yeah. Put it to you this way: you guys didn't know about Cam Sutton until we signed him. Majority of people didn't know about Cam Sutton until we signed him. Let's be real about it. If you were blue chip, you would have known.
How old is Sutton? This is his first bad game.
28.
Sutton, I think Sutton's an older member of the defense. I think he's 26.
Yeah, he might be a little bit younger.
But he's a very good player. He's a very good player for sure. But
that's a good question.
I wouldn't say he's a blue chip corner.
He's 28, by the way.
Sutton 28.
Yeah.
JB, is there anyone on this team that you could see?
Who's the greatest white corner ever? I don't even know if I can name you a white corner.
Lucas Klotz.
Yeah, that
Klotz,
one guy they drafted out of Iowa that Lucas is all over. I can't even remember his name.
Any young guys you can see developing into blue chip, JB?
On this team right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Aleem?
I don't know about blue chip. He's good.
He's good, but I really can't see any, except for maybe Brian Branch, but that's going to take a minute.
Yeah. That'd be the one.
Know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Campbell's would be good. I don't know if he'll be blue chip. He could be. I could be off of that one.
He could be.
Linebacker could be hard to develop.
He's probably close.
Tough.
He's probably close.
Yeah.
But I think Jack Campbell could. I think Kirby Joseph could.
Kirby.
Outside of that,
Kirby and Hutch. And by the way, again, Hutch maybe become a little bit arguable because, like you said, you do RC and Max and TJ are double team. I mean, obviously they're got other guys who double team too, though. Alex Highsmith, 69 for the Raiders. Like they're straight.
69 for the Raiders is nice.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I don't even know his name.
I like him,
but he's always causing some havoc in the middle of that defensive line.
And again, I'm not pretending this defense was complete.
Jason Sehorn, yeah, he's definitely the best white cornerback.
Yeah, just because I recognize the name.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, so he's mixed, I think.
Christian Gonzalez?
Yeah. So it's, you want to claim him the same way we claim Obama? Go for it.
We don't claim Obama.
No, black community claim Obama.
Yeah.
Because he's mixed.
And Tiger Woods. So can we claim
You could.
mixed people?
Yeah, I mean, the way you said that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one.
Speaking of claiming things, yesterday, did Amon-Ra St. Brown claim a top 5 spot
Yes, sirree, Bob.
in NFL wide receivers?
Bob's big boy. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Top 5, top 5,
top five.
JB, top 5,
There are
top
only
5, top 5?
There are only 4
Oh, of
receivers in the
course.
NFL I would take over Amon-Ra St. Brown on my team right now. Today.
Go. Stop banging the table so damn hard. Fucking ham hock fist.
Justin Jefferson, obviously. A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase.
He said way too fast. Justin Jefferson,
Jamar
Chase,
A.J. Brown,
oh, yeah.
Tyreek Hill. Actually,
Jamar, Justin,
yeah.
AJ,
Yeah.
and Tyreek.
Those are the only receivers that I'd take over. Maybe Stephon Diggs.
Yeah?
Outside of that, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra first down. Guy catches everything. He makes plays. He was running some deep routes yesterday. He had like a 47-yard catch and run in the first drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a monster.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
Got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
And he does it every week. He's the second player since Calvin Johnson to have 100-plus receiving yards in 4 straight games. The guy is making plays. He has the most catches out of his draft class. That includes a Jalen Waddle. That includes a Jamar Chase. That includes a Devontae Smith.
That's wild.
The guy is a freak, man. He's a freak of nature.
You big freak.
If he continues to do what he's doing and has a reasonable career, say 10 to 15 years, he would be one of the statistically best receivers in the history of the NFL. Amon-Ra St. Brown is him. He is the top 5 receiver in the NFL.
Now, I don't know if these numbers are updated as of yesterday. I'm on NFL's website here, looking at statistics. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I know it's updated because he was at 7 something before. He's 8th in the league in, technically tied 7th with Jamar Chase for yardage. Probably 5th or 6th when it comes to touchdowns. But it feels good to say, bro. At least I don't feel wild saying it anymore. Because before, last year, we were talking top 10 was a conversation last year. And even then, at the 10 spot, you had to peek around the corner am I allowed to say this right now? Is this wild to say right now that Amon-Ra St. Brown's a top 10 receiver?
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
But this year, for damn sure, top 10.
Easily top 10.
And I think 5 is, yeah. I mean, it's up there. You got names like Stephon. I mean, all right, Keenan Allen. You put him over Amon-Ra?
Yeah, no.
Because here's the guys ahead of him in yards right now. Tyreek Hill was in the 4. A.J. Brown, he was in the 4. CeeDee Lamb, I think he's a beneficiary of being the only guy. He's also very good. I feel like he doesn't have the hands. He can make it there.
Mm-hmm.
He can make it there. Right now, I think Amon-Ra's a little bit more consistent. By the way, I just looked up these receiving numbers in the NFL. T.J. Hockenson, 2nd in the league in receptions right now. That's crazy. I did not know that. But either way, so CD, Amon-Ra, CD.
I'm taking Amon-Ra.
JB?
I'm still taking Amon-Ra, even though CD claims he's the best in this league right now.
That's wild. Wild statement by CD there.
You're supposed to feel that way, man. You're supposed to feel that way.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're a top end talent, if you're the 12th, nobody comes out and says I'm the 12th best. If you're in that upper echelon, you claim it. So I wasn't offended by that.
Is Amon-Ra top? I'm sorry. Would you take CD over Amon-Ra?
I would not. I just value the consistency of what Amon-Ra brings. I know that
CD's very good. He's right outside.
You talk about the electricity that Tyreek and them bringing. I would take them over Amon-Ra, but I do think that some people just often overlook the value of like Spencer brought up the Calvin Johnson stat. That just
good hard consistency.
Yeah,
working hard.
Honest man.
Lunch pail guy.
Lunch pail guy. He is that. I will say CD
hustle
last
player.
year I believe had hired. I think he
great
had
locker room.
more yards
great
last year.
locker room guy.
All right. You said no to Keenan Allen. Now to ask you, JB. Amon-Ra, Keenan Allen.
No.
Chris?
I'm a little biased because I got Keenan in fantasy. No, I can't.
Puka, I'm skipping over him. He's a rookie year. He started off hot out the gates. Jamar Chase, one of them. Those are the only guys ahead of him right now. Mike Evans just below. DJ Moore just below. DJ Moore with some booty guys.
Devontae.
Booty guys. Devontae. Ooh. That would be a 5th one, Spinny.
Yeah. Devontae with a real quarterback. Possibly.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10, though, for damn sure. What? Why are you laughing, Chris?
It was just funny. It was just funny.
It was so hardcore top 5.
Yeah,
and then,
hardcore top 5, and then you're just like the second our name got brought in. All right, top 10 for sure.
Look, bro, I'm gonna keep it real.
I'm with you. I'm with you. That was the one name I thought of when you named the first 4 originally. Was Adams.
What's Amon-Ra working with, like 6 games above 100 yards now too? Mm-hmm. Like, remember at a certain point, and there's a difference between like a streak and games, but like it's very like it's thin. It's a thin difference because if you have like a handful of games, it just wasn't a streak, whatever. But they were like, I don't want to use the word dick sucking, but it's all I can think of, and it deservedly so. AJ Brown's a beast, but dick sucking AJ Brown for like the 125-yard streak he had. But Amon-Ra with just as many 100-yard games.
Yeah.
Same thing with Stephon Diggs too. By the way, Amon-Ra ahead of Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs working with freaking
Josh Allen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's just consistent, man. He's just consistent. Even yesterday, I think the touchdown he had, wasn't that a screen? Mm-hmm. I know he got that ball behind the yard of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. Another thing too, and this is like not a shot at J-Mo, but I'm just like giving you the difference between the two. J-Mo has the potential to be everything that everyone
you
would just
didn't even
name.
see J-Mo's touchdown when it got called back. It was great.
I didn't. I ended up watching it last night, though. You watched the game. But Amon-Ra, the way because Jared Goff, let's be real, he doesn't throw like the prettiest ball consistently. Mm-hmm. But Amon-Ra consistently adjusts to those balls. I got a text. I think it was from Bob last night. He's like, "Why does Amon-Ra keep catching these balls and falling down me?" Well, he's adjusting to make the catch because the balls aren't always on the money like that. Jameer Gibbs did it yesterday too. That's what J-Mo doesn't do, but Amon-Ra does it consistently, bro. Mm-hmm. If he's not top 5 receiver, he's top 5, top 3 hands for damn sure.
He's top 1 hands. Yeah. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Excuse me.
Excuse you. Work on your fitness.
At Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month, no matter where you are. There's a Planet Fitness close by, 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations. Over 60 brands of food and lowest prices and curbside delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We'd have to welcome back to what this. I like this. Is this new? I like this one, JB.
No, I've had it in here for a minute. Just haven't played it in a while.
Nice. Smash that like button. 5-star review on our podcast platforms. I'm Eazy. I spin more racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. My guy Paul taking shots at me. He says, another easy cheap shot towards golf. Yeah, AG a star. I never said AG was a star. And it's not. I'm complimenting Amon-Ra St. Brown and telling you what J-Mo's lacking. That's all. I'm not. I mean, I don't know.
If you don't suckle at the teat, you're a hater.
That's the thing, is I don't understand you guys. I can tell you he's a good quarterback. But if I speak anything like real, it's I don't understand it. And you guys turn me into a hater because I look for these things that pinpoint to try to help you fucking see. But I just got to get it through my head that you guys will just never see. Those rose-colored goggles. You just biggest dick in the league, best quarterback in the league,
greatest
Super Bowl
cervix.
bound. Greatest cervix. Dude's never injured his cervix.
Hey.
I'm saying. Oh, JB, you are the man. I don't want to put you in that spot. Actually, I'll let it be.
Okay.
Amon-Ra top 6 wide receiver in the league, though. It's Devontae. I'll give it to him. How about the Detroit Lions running back duo, though, Smitty?
The Detroit Lions also have the best running back duo in the NFL.
Can you throw this one up there for him, Chris?
Sir. This shit is impressive, man. These two guys were out there cutting up. Here it is from Detroit Lions PR. Lions running backs David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs have had 2 20-yard touchdown rushes this season each. The last time Detroit had 2 players with multiple 20-yard rushing touchdowns in a season was in 1936.
The great
1936.
Potato famine.
Potato famine.
That's crazy.
Detroit's running backs have 1,502 scrimmage yards in 2023, the second most among any team's RB unit. These guys are monsters, man. And Jahmyr Gibbs is him. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a fantastic player in this league for a long time. What he can do, the wiggle, his body control, his explosion, his ability to hit holes, hit angles, get through blockers, extremely impressive to watch. And David Montgomery is just a hammer. It is lightning and thunder. I said it when they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, that it could look like, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram when they were in New Orleans, when Dan Campbell was in New Orleans, when Aaron Glenn was in New Orleans, and they ran that same system with Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, and they both rushed for 1,000 yards on a season. These guys are a perfect complement to each other. They can both do everything very well, where they can catch the ball, they can run the ball, they can run between the tackles, they can run outside of the tackles. So when you have both of them in there, or either one of them in there, the defense can't just be like, oh, Jahmyr Gibbs in, it's going to be a pass play. Like with Theo Riddick. Like Theo Riddick was a great pass-catching back, one of the best pass-catching backs in the league for multiple years. But when Theo Riddick's in the game, you know they're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
When Jahmyr Gibbs is in the game, you don't know what they're going to do. They can run it up the middle. They can run it outside. They can throw the ball. They can pitch it. They can do a reverse. And that's what keeps defenses on their toes. The same with David Montgomery. David Montgomery can catch the ball out of the backfield very well. He can do anything. He can run up the middle. He can run outside. It just keeps the defense on their toes. These two guys complement each other very well, and I'm excited to see what they can do for this team for the next couple of years.
Bro, it is, now that, like, Jahmyr's coming to his own, it is so freaking beautiful. And I want to drop the hard F-bomb there, but it is like, with Ben Johnson included, just the mix of it all, the offensive line, it is a thing of fucking beauty, bro. The fact that you could be at the goal line, because again, now that Jahmyr's along, you could throw Jahmyr in there and have him think it's like one of those like maybe like widespread passes or whatever, but he's also just fucking running the ball in the end zone too. 2 of those things yesterday. He's come along. It's almost like what you could put the tape in black and white, and it looked like one of those like 1960s like silent films. You're just playing like the way Jahmyr fucking like huddles the defense all in the one spot, and they're all like fucking going there to make the tackle. But just breaks the fucking side, just burns everybody for like a 20-yard gain. He is everything we've been waiting for him to be, bro. When they drafted him, you saw those things in his highlights. Just we kind of wait to see at the NFL level. You heard a guy like Austin Eckler, by the way, who does that as well himself. He would tell you like, hey, he's just got to develop this piece. Obviously, you see David Montgomery doing it. Well, Jahmyr's got a little bit better skill set than David Montgomery.
Yes, it does.
They're just 2 different players. And like the way you look at where Dan Campbell come from, New Orleans, right? And one of the best like New Orleans teams you saw outside the Super Bowl team, obviously, the way the offense was predicated for a very long time is you had the Mark Ingram, that's your David Montgomery in this equation, and then your Alvin Kamara, who's Jahmyr Gibbs in this situation. And that's 100% what they saw.
100%. When
they made this. Why are you laughing at it?
Because I just said that.
Yeah, but that's what they saw when they made. I wasn't listening at all. I was arguing in the chat or doing
100%.
something else. That's all right, you do it too. You start talking in the middle of shit while I'm talking. But it's what they saw when they made the draft pick. And then you couple it with the offensive line, it's literally a fucking thing of beauty, bro. If they're not now, they will be at some point during the season. And like, who is in the conversation outside of them?
I can't name one really.
I mean, I can think of like individual players.
Yeah, not a tandem.
But not a tandem.
Miami maybe.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
And it's only 2 games into this this duo like working out too. It's filthy, Chris.
Yeah, I think the one like devil's advocate point you could point to was that, you know, a lot of this season there's been stretches without Montgomery and then there's been stretches without Gibbs, so they've had to rely on heavily. So that's why combined statistically they're so impressive, because they have had to kind of take turns alternating the workload due to injuries. But last night proved that this team is, like you said, Gibbs is coming into form, and this team went together. This duo is limitless with potential and is easily one of the best in the league right now. And again, sky is the limit when it comes to this team.
Yeah, it's like Jameer's got that wiggle, man. He's got that wiggle, and it's something different. We talked about how he differs from Swift. He's more decisive with his movements. He hits the hole harder. He finds the alleyways in between blockers. He follows his blocks very well, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see him get going. And like we said, we worried, like, oh, are they going to, how are they going to handle the workload with both of these guys out there at the same time? Well, they showed us that they're both going to eat, and they're both going to do extremely well, and they're both going to go out there, get serious touches in all situations. So it was awesome to watch. Hopefully they can continue doing that. Hopefully they stay healthy. And hats off to the offensive line for helping them out for sure.
They're both going to get serious touches in all situations. Also, what I'm playing. I was trying to think of like the names that I would put in the conversation of the duo, and then if you're talking like current, like right now, I think it is Jameer and Dave Montgomery. I was going on the list real quick, and
Atlanta, Miami.
That's what I say. Miami, A-Chain, and Mostart maybe.
Yeah.
Be the ones I'd put up there.
Christian McCaffrey and his backup.
But even I don't think Algiers been nearly as consistent enough. Like put it in perspective this way: Mostert and A-Chain were the only ones to have like 200-yard games in the same game when they put up 70 fucking points against the Denver Broncos. But the Detroit Lions, like what they did yesterday with, I think Jameer had 77 on the ground, and then they were 100 something.
Yep.
Who the fuck else is doing that, bro? Like this shit is crazy. And the perfect thing too. It's what you need. You want JG to look as good as he has this season. That's what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to that touchdown of Brock Wright. I mean, the reason for that is the fucking yards they put on the ground beforehand. You had a little play action fake before they just opened up Brock Wright wide open for that.
Wilson made a good point. Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, that's a good one too, actually. Yeah. I think Zach Moss, what did he have yesterday, though? Because I know Taylor got a majority of touches. Only one touchdown that game, actually.
Yeah, fucking embarrassing.
But that can happen, I guess. So
happen if you got a shit offense.
Yeah. Yeah, and coupled with the offensive line the way it is, I think I'd still take the Lions as like the...
Me too.
The bee's knees.
But let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Dispo is your local cannabis plug. And to get our free turkeys to the first 100 customers starting November 21st at the Dispo in Hazel Park. Make sure you guys stop by there because not only going to be free turkeys, but there's going to be this guy, Braylon Edwards. I heard he's like the best receiver all time in Michigan history. He's going to be there. And some guy named Ryan Ermanni. He's kind of big around here too. They'll both be at Dispo in Hazel Park. By the way, Dispo and Romeo open till midnight. The local cannabis plug is also 12 locations across the great state of Michigan. If you can't make it there, they'll deliver it to you. Visit DispoShops.com and look for Dispo Dash. JB might drop it off to you. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, my guys from Rex, Chris, JB Schmoove, Michael Gentry. Lynn said Easy's an AG bot. Bots! Again, show me the blue chip talent he's working with. I forgot to mention this, and I wish I said it during the point where Ryan was clipping it. Remember the flags, by the way, that helped the Chargers get down there to the end zone? Mm-hmm. I finally get down there. 6 straight goal line stops before they finally sneak in on that 4th down.
Yeah.
And you wonder why 6 is not 6 downs, because they also got another bullshit flag on top of that one too. 6 of them. Mm-hmm. One of them, 2 of them was a tush push that they're talking about banning because it feels unstoppable. We stopped 2 of those things.
Yeah.
Back to back. Come on, guys.
Stefan Fenwick says Goff owns you now.
Why?
Whoa.
Why?
Relax.
Also, a little racist. But why? I don't really understand where this shit comes from. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Told you guys you can win games with them. Told you guys you go to playoffs. Told you win a playoff game with them. But in the big games, I just don't know. We'll see. You prove me wrong.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
If he does that this year, hey, I don't say you own me, but
yeah, that's wild.
That's kind of wild, but
yeah.
I'll give him extra nod. I don't know what you guys want out of this thing here. I just give it to you how it is.
Also
Stefan?
wild.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, yo! Give it to people how it is.
I just give it how it is. Why is that wild? That's fairly accurate. We talked about the Detroit Lions haven't really come across teams that are probably going to finish the season above 500 and walked out victorious this season specifically. They did it a few times last year. And at the trade deadline, obviously they didn't make a move. And I feel like you and I at one point questioned, like, okay, maybe Brad doesn't think this team is, Super Bowl bound or is a caliber of a Super Bowl team. But now that they face a team like that or beat a quarterback in the top 5, top 10 conversation, does that change your opinion on?
They're not going to win against an elite team in the playoffs by getting 0 sacks on the quarterback.
Fire AG.
Fire AG. They're not gonna win, against one of the elite NFC teams without sacking the quarterback. That's flat out. They need to improve there. They need to get the quarterback on the ground multiple times, because these teams in the playoffs are going to be able to get to Goff. So we're going to need to improve on that for sure. The road struggles aren't a thing anymore. I remember that. They've lost this many road games in a row. Like they haven't won on the road.
I hated that.
And now they win on the road whenever they go on the road. So
they were a bad team. People try to make that a stat. Like, bro, they lose in general.
And now they're going to smack around the Bears this weekend. It's going to be great to watch, but they need to get the quarterback on the ground. You need to.
That's fair. I'm with you. I think that's part of it. I think the way we've shown up in those games on the road or against those elite defenses, they've not looked the same there. But I do feel a little bit more confident than I did like previously. Mm-hmm. I will say that. Like beforehand, I was just kind of like, I gotta see it. And this game was one of those games where I had to see it, and I saw it. They did it.
Yeah.
And it was impressive. I think the offense being fully healthy was a huge part of that. Obviously, the Chargers, they haven't been the best team when it comes to like winning games. They provide you stats statistically on defense and offensively too. Again, there's second in the league, had them yesterday with sacks, top 5 against the run, and we just dismantled both those things. I feel better. I'll say that much for sure. Chris?
Yeah, I mean you have to feel better, because the alternative in losing this game would have been complete paranoia. Like it just would have been, because you're talking your only elite quarterback victory is Patrick Mahomes without his 2 best players on opening night of the season, which obviously the teams aren't going to be in form, despite Mahomes and the resume that they have of being impressive in their home openers. It is the beginning of the season, like things can happen. So you wouldn't have had a lot of confidence in this team going into the playoffs, no matter how much they took care of business against these other teams. You needed this one. You needed to go toe to toe with an elite quarterback, and like you brought up earlier, I'm glad this was a shootout, because that those are the type of games that we've talked about throughout Jared Goff's whole tenure. Those are the games you want to avoid with Jared Goff. You want to make these games as slow, run the ball, defense, minimize the opportunity for mistakes, all of that. But this was a game where you needed Jared Goff to step up, and to his credit, he absolutely stepped up and played a phenomenal game, did exactly what he needed to do for his team to win. So I have a lot more confidence in this team winning this way, as opposed to even blowing them out. Like, I'm glad that you got this win. this was a win that was needed.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Obviously, you'd much rather win any game than lose the game, but seeing them go up, like you said, against an elite caliber quarterback, not have the defense to have to win in a shootout on the road, going out there and doing it is impressive. There's only really one top-tier quarterback you're going to be playing for the rest of the year until the playoffs, and that's Dak Prescott. And that's going to be on the road.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to go out there and do it and do the same thing. And if there's one thing we know, that Cowboys defensive line is pretty fucking good. So you're going to have to stop those guys. But like I said, man, if you want to win more than the first round of the playoffs, you got to find a way to get to the quarterback and bring him to the ground, flat out.
Yeah. JB, you kind of already had him on Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I had him on the Super Bowl run at least. But as you guys have said, like a victory this past weekend on the road does go a long way as well too. It shows that you can beat these top level QBs with your squad that you have right now. Obviously, a loss, you're kind of hitting that panic button a little bit. It's kind of like you can make it to the mountain, but you just aren't able to climb it when it comes to the playoff game once you actually get there. But showing the grit that they have right here, the bend but don't break on defense, which, you know, AG, he's gonna have his bad games here and there, you know, coaching on the defensive side, but I think that if they can still continue to stay focused and projecting on this right path, they should be all right. They should be fine. You know, there's no need to hit the panic button all of a sudden and fire AG. None of these crazy takes that everyone's talking about right now. It was just one bad game defensively, and he can improve.
Yeah, and to Thomas in the chat saying division games are never easy. They are this year. They're going to be this year. True too. They better be this year.
I don't know, boys.
You know, and
They're always tough.
Scared of Justin Fields.
Point.
He's scared of Tyson Bagnet.
Tyson Baguette.
I'm scared of his father. His father's an absolute unit.
His father's a savage.
His father's a unit.
Yeah, his father's a beast. No, division games, I mean, Tom, I agree with Thomas, actually. Division games are never easy. That's why I like...
They should be this year. When you're going up against Tyler, what's his last name, and Jordan, who's he love? No, you're not scared of either of them, boy. Josh Dobbs now, I don't know. Giving that man more than one day of prep might be a little concerning.
If I will say this, I think Fields will be back in time for us to face the Bears, unfortunately. Like, he was back at practice like last week, practicing a little bit. If it's Tyler Bagnet or Bagnier,
that's unfortunate.
however you want to say it, smashing them. We are fucking, it's going to be a bloodbath. If it's Fields at home, I'm still riding with the Detroit Lions. But I'll give him a chance. I'm not going to lie. You know what scared the fuck out of me last week, by the way? I don't think I said it on there, but I might have. Just begin the show. And I'm Mr. Like,
Jerry Jacobs getting hurt?
That too, yes. But just the projection of, like, okay, if the Bears get Marvin Harrison Jr. and DJ Moore and Caleb Williams, I would fucking hate that.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
But this division...
But they're the Bears, so they'll fuck it up.
That's fair. That's fair. This is the Detroit Lions division to lose. I'll say that. But division games, they don't make them easy by any means. My lord, that's mighty distracting. You should have the Kate Cam on deck when she's around Chris. But either way, I think Dobbs and the Vikings, that could be a tough one on the road. I'm not going to discount them. I know people are look at Dobbs and try and clown him, but I think
Dobbs is good, man.
Yeah, he is.
And he's fun to root for.
He plays the same way. Like, sometimes you just ask Goff to, like, do what's, you know, play what's given ahead in front of him.
Yeah,
and you know, go through the read, stuff like that. That's what Dobbs is too. He is some type of scientist.
Chico G said Eazy the scariest motherfucker I know. He said, you scary.
I guess so. He's a troll like that. I see him on Twitter. Yeah, I see you, Chico. But either way, looking at Dobbs, like, he kind of is the same way. Like, Goff is like a little
I'm not worried about the Vikings,
but he also has the capability of, like, breaking plays and, like, just actually, like, running it in for a touchdown. On top of the fact, bro, once Justin Jefferson comes back, if healthy, you're looking at T.J. Hockenson, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and I'll even go out there and say that whatever Powell. I don't know the first name, but Powell.
Don't care.
I've been peeping him too. On the road, the Vikings could be a tough one.
Don't care. Still don't care.
It's fine. I'm going to say it. The Vikings could be a tough win on the road, and the Bears, especially on the road. That is the last, like, cold weather game they got, and like, I give Goff all his kudos for being, like, very, very good this year, and finish out the season very, very good last year too. But on the road, that's different guy we're watching there.
You know what translates on the road? Offensive line and running game. You know what the Lions have better than anybody in the league? Offensive line and running game. I'm not scared of the Bears. I'm not scared of the Vikings. I'm not scared of the Packers. Lions are going undefeated in the NFC North.
Wow.
Unless They had the division and the number 1 seed wrapped up by the last game of the year, and the rest of starters. Right? Yeah.
That one, is that the home one or is that the away one?
I'm not sure, but honestly, Hendon Hooker could beat those fucking bums.
That's
Teddy
the
Two
home game.
Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves. Hopefully it's dude. If they played Teddy Two Gloves instead of Hendon Hooker in that game, I'd be pissed.
That's home against the Vikings.
It's home. Oh yeah. No, they're going undefeated regardless.
Pizza bet. If they dropped 1, who do you think it would be 2?
I think it would be the last game of the year versus the Vikings because they rested the starters.
But like outside of that, like real games.
Nobody. Probably the Vikings.
Pizza bet.
About what?
I'll avoid the last game. But I think they dropped 1. Somebody.
All right.
I don't know the who. It's coming.
Hey yo.
I love I'm a Lions fan.
Don't
You know what I'm saying?
that,
I'm definitely rooting for the win.
It's coming.
Hey yo. It's coming.
Oh God. Shout out to my Lions fans. I'm definitely rooting for them team, but it's just a reality of these division games, man. They're close.
Fuck them hoes, man. Pass the weed.
Trying to think which one I would pick. If you had to pick one, Chris, which you're just as confident as Spinny though.
Yeah, no.
But you had to pick one. Which team in what game? Home, on the road?
I'm not picking any of them, man. Like I'm genuinely, I'm not even scared at all in the slightest.
I'm gonna go.
Never lost.
Never lost.
I don't want to admit the one I'm thinking right now.
You're thinking the Bears?
Yeah, Bears on the road would be the one.
Why? What
do you mean why? Have you seen Jared Goff playing
Fuck
outside?
the Bears, dude. The Bears suck.
Dude, AG sucks.
This guy's shaking in his boots.
Before
this guy's got Tyler Baggett scaring him.
That's fine. Play the cute games all you want. I'm always going to look at analytically. And before Justin Fields got hurt, the boys were rolling. Our guy can't throw outside.
Rolling straight to the top of the draft.
DJ Moore, rolling to the worst division in football.
Yeah.
Rolling with 2 straight wins. And one they could have got 2 against the Broncos. Well, the Broncos suck.
Yeah, they lost to the Broncos, bro.
Easy is infatuated with the ears.
The ears?
Read
You're an ear guy?
Yeah, I guess so. Tell us about Mark White. Sure, Easy. I'll tell you about Mark White. When you're buying and selling real estate, Mark White has the best experience in the game. He's got the minute-by-minute listing agreement where you can cancel your listing agreement for any reason with no penalty at all whatsoever. Flexibility is the key to success. Give my guy Mark a call. It's 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesells.com.
I'm an international.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, find new roads. Find them!
Find! What up? Welcome back to Woodward
Live. You better find a new
Live.
fucking road because this one's closed. Find that fucking road. You better find a new road.
Welcome back. Smash that like button. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. Smash that like button. I want to see 100 and I don't even know where we're at right now.
21.
121. I want to see 169.
21.
I'll tell you what, if we hit 300 during the live stream, I'll give away Jared Goff jersey at random.
His own. The one
the personal one that he comes into every night.
Unless Detroit Supremacy wins. Fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. Fuck with you, Supremacy. You are off control. No, I don't have any beef with that guy. I don't respect him enough to have
He's a troll, dude. You just let the troll get to you.
I don't let him get to me. I don't read. You read his comments. I'm like, why do you read his comments? Dude's trolling.
Let me find his last comment.
Dude had Julian Edelman ranked over Calvin
set
Johnson.
Easy off.
Probably would.
He's probably friends with EJ on X, so he's loving the Bears now.
See shit like that. Like, who the fuck's EJ?
Oh, dude, that guy sucks. I muted him on X. He's so fucking annoying.
Who is it?
This is some Bears dude. I don't know.
Is he the guy in the suit?
Yeah.
That guy's a troll.
That guy sucks, dude. I muted
that
him.
guy's for sure a troll. That guy's like still swinging, trying to talk like proudly of the brother. You guys are gonna have a top 3 pick again. Heading into this season, telling everybody that Justin Fields is going to be MVP.
Yeah.
You are trash! Clowns. How crazy.
Who's that?
How crazy Bears fans tried telling us that Dave Montgomery was washed and that Justin Fields is going to be MVP. You guys are fucking idiots. Losers. Loser organization.
Yeah.
Let Ryan Poles cook. Was he making hot dogs for everybody? Jesus.
Yet you fear them.
Don't fear them. But on the road.
Shaking in your boots.
On the road. Different story. Division games are tough. I'll give them that one.
My mom's calling. Should I answer it?
Yeah, no. Last time you cried.
That's true.
I don't need that again. Kirby Joseph. Back-to-back interceptions for the boy. He is the fellow borderline blue chip prospect in my eyes. Is he going to continue this streak? Is Kirby back to form?
I think Kirby's back. He has one of the best completion percentages when targeted in the NFL. Like he's been playing well, even though people say he hasn't. He's gone out there. He's made plays in back-to-back games. He is a ball hog. He's freed up. You know what would help him get better? What would help the secondary get better? If we sack the fucking quarterback! That would definitely help, the secondary get better and help those guys improve. But I think Kirby's rounding into form. He's playing like he did last year, and I'm excited for it.
Ryan Poles making fucking pine cones and maple syrup. Let him cook!
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, I actually called this on the pregame show with Jeff. I said that Kirby is going to have a big game and get an interception. Like I feel like that Raiders game was his coming out party, and even coming into the Raiders game, when you and I were listening in the car to that Aaron Glenn press conference and him talking about getting Kirby on the right path and staying focused. Ever since then, man, I've felt the turnaround coming for Kirby Joseph. This is a guy that we were talking as a potential Pro Bowler last season or coming into the season for this defense. So while he hasn't been a Pro Bowler, he can have big moments.
Pro Bowler,
and yeah, he hasn't been a Pro Bowler. He doesn't even he barely gets 185.
Yeah.
But no, he's been good, and all you need him to be is good in moments because he's a playmaker. If he just makes those moments happen, then that's all you really need from him. Not to mention all the great tackling and everything else he does flying around.
Mars Landing in the Woodward Sports chat says, "Easy don't get the pass. He ain't black like Spenmo."
I knew you were gonna read that. I fucking knew you were gonna read that.
Damn.
That's Spinny's favorite word to use when he's not on air. That's his nervous laugh. No, he did not.
Yeah. Oh no! Damn it! You caught me. I just go around letting them fly. No. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think he's gonna get better. I think he's gonna continue to do.
I think he's back to form.
Yeah.
I think he's been good.
He has been good.
Go back to the Ravens game. There's one player who actually it was a fucking horrible game, but there's one player you can point at and be like, I can't really shit on that guy. It was Kirby Joseph. He is the one who tasked himself with tackling the fucking refrigerator of a fullback they had. Fucking, what's his name? Pritchard?
Yeah.
Fucking Kirby saved that one for being a touchdown. That was an even more embarrassing game.
Yeah,
Kirby is the one who saved that. Kirby had the pick against the Raiders. They can't take that one back. The interception he had this past week, too, against Justin Herbert. I think Herbert was trying to throw the ball away. Kirby just capitalized on that one. Sexy. There's another play, too, where Eckler looked open on that wheel route. I forget who they ended up going to. Probably Keenan Allen because he had a fucking hell of a game.
Yeah.
He ended up saving the tackling Keenan Allen. I fucking love Kirby Joseph. But I thought Eckler, he's wide open. No.
Speaking of
because
wheel
once
route.
they showed that all 22 view of it,
Yeah,
Kirby was lurking. Kirby was lurking.
Kirby was lurking.
And that's
for
why
sure.
Justin didn't throw that
bro's
wheel
back
route.
Bro's back there creeping, waiting for the ball to come out so he can make a play on it. I love it. I love Kirby, man.
I was gonna say, would you say he's playing better than Hutch at this point? But no, because Hutch still got the pick.
No.
He still got the.
Four
Feels
and a half
sad only
sacks.
saying 4 sacks now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think B.J. Ojolari, who's a 2nd-round pick, defensive lineman. I know a couple people were talking about, at least with Scott and them. I think he's got like 3.5 right now too.
Aleem's got 4.
Yeah, those 2 were good. I just, man, I hope they get somebody in the draft or just sign someone. Because at that point too, here's the thing with next year is like
Jay Curbo.
The same way people are like, oh, you should replace Goff with a rookie, expect to win. Same thing too. Like, what rookies are we kind of just planting in right away unless you're like absolute fucking studs? We're gonna make this a Super Bowl team.
Well, you absolutely have to.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna be forced to. If that's what we're looking to do. Just be studs. I guess whoever we end up drafting next year, they gotta go defense next year.
Yes.
Because nobody in this offense is moving. Who would not be?
They need
here?
offensive linemen too.
What do you mean? Who?
Because Frank's getting old. Jonah, you're losing either Jonah or Graham, and Taylor's getting old.
I think they're bringing back both. Those aren't big contracts to deal with. And we got the bread.
Yeah.
A lot of cap space next year. Chris, I saw you smelling your armpit.
Yeah. I was just checking. I'm good. But no, I
must like the arm of my pit.
I wanted to bring up the draft because this last year we had those conversations. Obviously, you got to go defense, and all of that. And I think while it's more prevalent this year, obviously Brad Holmes has shown that he will go against the grain, and he's even said it. He doesn't look at the depth chart. He takes the best player available. That's his approach. So, how nervous are you that despite everyone's seen that you need more pass rushing help, that Aiden needs more pass rushing help, that Aiden and Aleem are not enough?
They're getting one. I'm not nervous about it at all.
You're not nervous at all?
No, they're getting another pass rusher over the offseason for sure.
Via draft or?
Either.
Yeah. They have to. They absolutely have to.
We said that about the D tackle last year, and they didn't. They went.
I mean, they drafted Roderick, but he just.
But
a couple Brian Perry, big Sue time. I just don't know if Sue's making that big of a difference at this point in his career. I think he'd be a great rotational piece. I think what he's best at is like in the run game, and like we're kind of straight at that. Second best in the league, if we're being honest. I just need someone to like either command a double team on those pass rushing downs outside of Hutch, or just consistently win those one-on-ones. And again, I mean, Houston's on the way.
We need Houston back immediately.
But can we throw a flag at Houston, like guarantee he's going to give you the same type of production last year? If you see
I mean, he's going to be a better pass rusher than anybody else we got.
What did he have too? Was it an ACL? Or
I think it broke his ankle.
Broken ankle, fractured ankle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that. I mean, you think the way he bends though on the edge, it might be.
Shawty like that bend, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And maybe even out there as a decoy is nice to have. This O-line wants to stay together. They will be back. I'm with you, David. I think this O-line's coming back. If anything, like Smitty said, it'd be between Jonah and or Glasgow, which Jonah you paying a bigger contract to. Yeah, Big V's gone.
Big V's gone.
He's got to go.
So you might be able to fit both of them in there.
Yeah.
Shawty might be able to fit both of them in there.
Yeah.
And I can see a couple of restructures out of veterans like Taylor Decker, who's finally winning games.
I don't know if he's going to restructure, bro.
Something.
He'll restructure.
I don't know.
Because restructure,
he's going to retire after this contract.
Well, hold on. Listen, though. Restructure, majority of the times, you're still getting your bread.
Yeah,
it just
pushes it.
Yeah, you're saying, like, move elsewhere. And, you see how emotional he gets about finally winning games? He got the game ball a couple weeks back, and he's like, how long have I been waiting to win games in this city?
Yeah.
I can see
him.
He's
going to retire soon. You remember on Hard Knocks? He was like, I can't wait till I'm retired.
Yeah, but like
I feel that. I
that's
wake up every day.
Taste of winning, though.
I wake up every day and I say that. I can't wait till I'm retired.
Tony, we ain't never retired.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna fucking rob. I'm gonna rob a bank. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna be retired.
Retired.
I'm gonna be retired. I'm gonna be retired.
Get that out.
Tell us about Glorious Cannabis.
I'm not Bruce Arden.
All right. Let me tell you about Glorious Cannabis. Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. It smells like the first whiff of a playoff win in 31 years. It is so smooth. You have to check it out. Find them at Dispo Dispensary and get them 25% off using the promo code.
Bro didn't even put up the screen for it.
Code Woodward at checkout at gloriouscanna.com.
An asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes regional locations, Metro Detroit, and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipco.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
What up? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. Hit the like button, 5-star review. I know Neil picks on the Morning Woodward show for the list. I think lists. I love doing lists. I'm not opposed to them at all. I love, indulging them even as I'm consuming content myself.
What did you just say?
One thing I will pick on the morning show for, the one punt they actually 100% do.
Is mailbag?
Mailbag!
Hey, bro.
It's fine. Hey, I'm not mad at them either.
Get your mailbag questions in.
Send the mailbag questions in, baby.
in this bitch.
That's what I'm saying, boy. Actually, real quick, before, as we get the questions rolling in, any questions you guys
Mars
got?
Landing said, bro, when y'all coming to Detroit? Bullseye Event Group this weekend. I'm going there. I'm turning up.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be there this week. Because I got to do
the Massacre of the Bears. I'm going to be there. Nice.
What's it called? Woodward, Maine in the morning. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to roll down there. I'm going to get boo-doo.
I'm doing a pregame show with Jeff. Then I roll down there and I'll get fucked up. If you guys got extra tickets, let me know. Hit me up. UFC 295. Hey, by the way, send your questions in, but we're talking UFC until then. Tom Aspinall.
Detroit Supremacy says, no, I'm just kidding. He says, if we need more pass rushers, Reggie White is still a free agent. Make the call, Brad. It's a good point.
Why are you waiting? Come on. What are we doing?
It's a good point. He's right. I mean, it's not false. Mailbag. Should heavyweights get a bratwurst suit and save the hot dogs for the skinnies? Honolulu Blue Sparty. It's a good point. I don't know if they make specific different types of wiener suits. I think it's just a generalized wiener.
It's got to be a bratwurst one, right?
Just put some lederhosen on, and then it's a bratwurst suit.
I don't know. Easy, with how much you're in it, you should probably do the research.
Hey!
Come on, I know you ain't talking
tomorrow,
wiener,
too.
Yeah.
Damn!
I know you ain't talking wiener, boy.
That is true. You are wiener, boy.
2 for 4. Easy's got to double up tomorrow.
Tom Aspinall taking the heavyweight championship belt. Oh, you didn't watch it?
I did.
You did? You saw it?
Yeah.
You watched the highlight?
No, I watched it.
Oh,
We had it on at the party.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Sick invite.
It's not my place to invite you to a surprise party.
Fuck you!
For my friend's fiance.
Alex Pereira calling out Izzy Adesanya. I don't think he's coming back to do it. I don't know if Izzy wants that smoke, especially at light heavyweight.
Mailbag. I don't think he does either. Mailbag. Zakwa. Who will win the NFC South?
Let me check out the records right there. That's a great question. I want to say
the Saints. Still.
Yeah, I still want to say the Saints.
Jameis, bro. Jameis just throws that bitch. He doesn't care where the fuck it goes.
I fucking love it.
He just throws that
Chris
bitch
Olave
up there.
fantasy manager, please, for the love of Christ, even if Derek Carr revives himself somehow, don't put him back in.
Yeah.
Keep the ball, Jameis.
Jameis just chucks that bitch.
Yes.
I love it.
But I think they have equal, like Derek Carr has been mid by every stretch of the means. Give Jameson a chance, please. They're 5-5 right now. I got the Saints.
Big Con 51 says, got swapped tonight, crew. So much better than hearing the stat bot. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the family. We get raunchy in this bitch, too.
What are we talking about Woodward Nights?
No, he's talking about he's
on
not
us.
listening to the morning show anymore.
Yo.
Because he's on the night crew. So I assume he listens at work.
Stats don't tell the numbers.
Flannel is a stat bot for sure.
That's my guy though.
I love Flannel.
Did he have smoke for J-Mo today, JB?
Just a little bit, not like a ton, but it's normal Flannel.
I have some hope he'll develop. I feel a little bit better than I did last
Honolulu
week.
Blues Party mailbag. Does Woodward Sports Network do post-game parties at Brass Rail anymore?
No.
I'm going to be at the Bears game and would love to meet you guys. We do not, unfortunately. Those were lit though.
Those were good times.
We do the live watch parties here.
Spinny would be drunk TDN.
Oh yeah.
Stick to try and rein him in like mid-show.
I'd be putting up the most wild pulls ever. Pause.
I'd Ignitable in 92. What free agent would you like to pick up before the playoffs? I mean, realistic ones or no?
I'd like to see who's out there.
Let me see. I'm gonna
as
look
an
at it
edge
now.
rusher. I don't even know who's still not on the team.
I mean,
it's got to be somebody on the D line though.
I don't know what's going on with Jack Jones, but I mean, obviously that's what I'm interested in. Outside of that, mate, probably Sue. Or obviously, if JJ's making himself available, I mean that's the one. But
Oh, dude, if we get JJ Watt, that'd be tits.
that'd be sick.
Sly Cooper 04. Great game, by the way.
Great
Fuck
game.
with Sly
Phenomenal.
Cooper. Heavy. He says, mailbag, when y'all going to have a live studio appearance? Y'all should have an audience once a week worth like 2 Woodward sports fans. Just saying. I'd take time off to come down.
Yeah.
I mean, when's
I'd
our
do
next show at Dispo? Come through Dispo.
Yeah, pull up at Dispo.
Yeah.
The one we're at Dispo Romeo though. Dispo Hayes was kind of like.
We don't go to Dispo Romeo anymore.
Yeah, why?
It's fucking whack.
I'm kind of upset about that.
I know.
Honestly, you should
Missing
head up
that
there.
T-Burgers.
Let me
Bro,
see.
for real. I haven't had T-Burgers in a minute. Oh,
100
is
available.
T-Burgers going to be there on
I
Friday?
don't know because summertime's over. Desmond King,
I don't know.
I put up there.
It's summer somewhere.
Melvin Ingram,
David Baxter, mailbag.
Chandler Jones. If he gets his shit straight, that'd be fucking amazing.
It's fair. David Baxter, mailbag.
Carl's
Who wins
done
the
that.
most arguments at Woodward? D-Mac.
Who wins?
Yeah. D-Mac. Because even if you're wrong, like, he'll just punch you in the face.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't do much about that.
I'd say D-Mac.
Easy was going to say himself
Yeah, he
first.
definitely was.
All day, me, mate. D-Mac, me, or Neil? But then the thing is, that's fire.
That is fire.
That's fire. But Neil
I'm
also,
over Spenny.
Neil would also never. Like I said, what do you say?
That's a 5
It's Spenny, it's Spenny, it's Spenny. Even if you were wrong, like I said, Neil's kind of like the Trump-esque. But it's like,
Yeah,
you were
he's
coming-
definitely a
wrong.
Trump. He definitely does the Trump defense
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Incorrect. It's false. Everything he says is a lie.
Not true.
We have the best receiving core. The best. Jared Goff deserves $50 million a year.
Do you guys, you want to do top 10 receivers tomorrow? Is it worth?
Yeah.
Chat, top 10 receivers?
What did Neil say today about the Lions?
Chandler Jones
Because he
does
was
not
the only
fit the
one I
culture
think
at
that
all.
picked him.
Chandler Jones doesn't know where the fuck
Oh,
he's at.
yeah. What did he have to say about his get right? Chargers victory.
It pushed. No, his get right was Chargers -3.
Pretty
Or
sure he
Chargers
said
plus
dub.
3. No.
That's what Lucas was saying.
He bet Lucas straight up.
Oh, okay.
But the get right was Chargers +3.
Mailbag. Who smokes a Will Sweet at Woodward Sports? Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Does that mean we should not be putting him out like that? Unless you include Stick.
Or, no, D-Mac. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Easily D-Mac.
Oh, dude, there's that song that's like Blunt in the morning.
Yeah.
Blunt in that's D-Mac.
Easily D-Mac.
And he needs it, by the way. The function.
Yeah.
Like if D-Mac didn't smoke, he'd rip somebody's head off.
I'd be a killer-ass dragon, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoke weed every day.
Tyler Chevette, what do you expect DPJ to do in his debut? Listen, I would. If he's on the lines, he's healthy, I'll throw a touchdown on it. Yuri Alex, early stoppage?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah. I mean,
When
I'm not
did
like mad at it
Yeah.
because Alex was just about to get on top of him, hit a couple more times, and they would have stopped that anyways. But it was a little early.
Yeah. It looked early, but then after Yuri was like, I was out. But like you said, too, if Alex would have got top of him, he just would have pounded him into the fucking canvas.
All right, well,
So the guy
that'll
don't
do it
wanna be
for us
punched
today. Appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Sports Network. Woodward Heavyweights live 5 to 7 every day. Make sure you guys check it out. Like and share the stream. For the wiener himself, Easy, for Chris, for JB, I am Spencer. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys
I'm
tomorrow.
Rob, number 7.
Peace.
6, 7.
6.